As a little girl, playing on Central School Field, well, then Central, now the Victor Scott, I would always have children around, put them in circles, and direct them or instruct them. And I was just a young girl then. I would always babysit growing up because I loved children. So I knew that was my goal, to be a teacher. My parents left for Bermuda to my graduation. My father came and I graduated. Yay. 1985, I believe that was summer. I had an interview. They told me to show up at Delwood, which was then a primary school. Now it's a middle school. And I showed up there and I was introduced to Mr. Dean Farbett, who's now retired Commissioner of Education. And I started my education experience at Delwood Primary School. And then they shifted and voluntarily transferred 8 teachers from that school. So we were all close-knit. So they transferred us out. I went to the Pembroke Primary School under the leadership of Marva Otterbridge and her very capable deputy, Dory Tract. They run the school really well. I mean, it was a public school, but it was run like a private school. They expected nothing but excellence. The students produce excellence. Out of that school, we have a lot of young people now who are very successful in their sports and business. So Pembroke Primary School was the place to be. We had a long list. Their school uniforms looked like private school uniforms. It was definitely the go-to place for parents for good education for primary school and with discipline. Then there was some discrepancy with the staff at Prospect. Then they said, September, you report to Elliott Primary School. I'm reporting to Elliott. The principal was like, I didn't even know you were coming. So I was at Elliott for 7 years, teaching PE. I taught P1 for many years. I was in P1 at Delwood as well for many years. So in total, like I've taught P1 for about 20 years easy. Back to Elliott now. So I'm at Elliott, P1. I taught P2. And then they needed a teacher for P3. So I went to P3, had 9 children. But when I was in P2, there was a little boy. He and I developed a bond. And he just appeared to be only listening to Miss Taylor. So he had a really bad day. I intervened, helped the behavioral therapist who could verify it. And I was seconded by the Department of Education to be with this little boy for a whole year. All right, so at Elliott, I met some fabulous professional friends. I was placed at West Pembroke Primary School, where I currently am teaching primary 4. Yeah, been there for like 7 years now, I believe. Totaling up to 38 plus years in education. So I'm enjoying my reign at West Pembroke Primary School. It's a lovely ride on the way to work and from work because they have the open view of the North Shore. So the ocean is just beautiful. On a sunny day, it's just gorgeous to sit outside and watch the ships that sail in and out of Bermuda, the tugboats, etc., etc. very breathtaking, very refreshing mentally and physically. So here I am at West Pembroke Primary School, enjoying my stay, enjoying my students. One thing I have noticed is students from each parish have various differences. They're not all the same. So I enjoy the change. Now I'm hoping that wishful thinking is that each class could be smaller because the numbers are super large. Because Dame Jennifer Smith at one point had said P1 and P2 should be no larger than 15 children. But we have more than that in our upper grades. So the less children, the more tasks you can accomplish. However, nonetheless, it's not like that. So we're into technology. The students use the Chromebook that they got for free from the Department of Education, which is a plus. Going other days of writing on chalkboards. There are whiteboards and smart boards that are up in the classroom. And each child was gifted their own personal laptop Chromebook. So we're more into technology now, 2025. I'm hoping to see each child be successful. Now I have my own grandson. His name is Blessyn, Blessyn. He's only 6 months. But I can assure you, just as my children were successful going into primary school, all 3 of my children went to primary school and people are reading very well. So the future, I'm going to encourage Blessyn to have good behavior. One thing I've learned in school, parents can't, choose their relatives, but they can help them choose their friends, because there was a song said, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. We've got to help parents help their children choose the right friends, because friends are great influencers. No matter what you say or how you teach them, your child at home, they must have good influences. And your children at home should be taught good manners and should be taught to respect elders in authority. Your children at home should be taught that if they can have something, the answer is no. The answer is definitely no. And they can have everything they want. Your children at home should be taught how to do chores, not just for money, but to be responsible in life. Chores help them to be a better person. My central school teacher, the late Doris Corbin, who lived to 100 years old, a whole century, she always said, I am shaping you to be good citizens of this island, Bermuda. So my role is to teach children and shape them to be good citizens of this island, Bermuda, and around the world.